Okay, today's video, what we're gonna make is this what I call a penny padlock or a zipper pull. It actually works as a little padlock. You open it like this on my fingers, and you can put it on a zipper and close it back up. So yeah, all we're gonna need is 4 pennies and some copper Romex wire. Okay, what we're gonna do to start is we're gonna take 2 pennies and punch 2 half-inch offset holes in the pennies. You can use a half-inch drill too if you'd like. I like to use the punch. The press to punch it out is much quicker. Now I set up this little jig so I can make sure all the holes come out the same, and I'll come back when I have these 2 pennies punched out. Okay, now that I got these 2 pennies punched out, and this is so small, I have some stuff made up so you can see what it's gonna look like. So you want you want to have the hole more towards one side, so you have a thin area at the top. What we're going to do is we're going to take the penny like this, and we're going to come to just where it's starting to get fat. And we're going to take our nippers, and we want to have it so it's straight up and down. And I'll show you an illustration on a bigger penny that I cut out, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So you'll cut out both pennies like that, and I'll come back when I cut out the other one. Okay, so I've got both these pennies cut out, and you're gonna want to end up with something like this. One on this side is going to be a left and a right. The other side's going to be, so you'll cut that. You'll cut that other slot on this side of the penny. So you'll have a left and a right. Okay, now you're going to take a whole penny. Now that you've got those cut, you're going to take a drop, put a drop of super glue right down on Lincoln's lowest, by his arm, and you're gonna take the first penny and put the fattest side right over that arm, just like that, and let that dry. Okay, now that you're letting that dry, you're gonna take your copper Romex wire, and you're gonna make a little hoop at the end, just like that. And you're gonna take your number 7 doming die, and you're gonna pull it right around, just like that, nice and tight. And cut this off. Give this a little turn, just like this. Get my nippers and cut this off, and I'll come back and show you how to finish that off. Okay, so now you end up with a little piece like that. You want to have both of those little hoops turned in towards each other. Okay, now you're gonna take your other whole penny, and just to keep the area level, you're gonna stick this in that little slot that's cut out right there for that. You're gonna get your glue. You're gonna put another drop down here on the fattest part of the cutout coin. like that. And you're going to take your other piece, and just so that they're offset, and it's going to line up with that other little opening, push it into place, and you're going to let that dry. Okay, now what we're going to do is put another drop, one more little drop right there on that fat part of the coin again, on the fat part of the penny. Just a little drop. And then we're going to put this top penny in place. Now this glue is just temporary till we can get our hole drilled for the pin. So you get that on there. Get all the coins lined up nice. And you let that dry. Okay, now that the glue is dry, we're going to take and put it in the vise, upside down like that. Give it a little squeeze. You don't have to go too crazy with this. You don't want to leave any marks on the pennies. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill a 1/16 hole all the way through all 4 pennies right at the bottom here. And I'll come back when I do that. Okay, once you've got your holes drilled through all 4 pennies, you're going to take a piece of copper Romex scrap piece. You're going to feed it through all 4 of the pennies. You want to feed it all the way through until it comes out the other side, just like that. You're going to have just a little bit sticking out that side. And you're going to nip it off with a little bit sticking out this side. So we're going to take up that just a little bit more. And we'll cut it just like that. So there's just a little bit sticking on both sides. And then what we're going to do, where this copper is so soft, we're going to take a pair of pliers, just like this, and we're going to give that a good squeeze. And that should hold them in place until the next step. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is you have a little piece sticking up there and a little piece sticking up there. And you want to put this down on a flat metal surface like that. And you want to give it a little tap with a hammer on one side. Flip it over and tap it on the other side. So you're just peening over that thing, over that Romex, so it acts like a rivet. And we'll do the other side. Okay, now that we've got that peened over some, like that, the front should come out really good like that. You shouldn't need to do any filing. Just a little bit, maybe, just to take the burr off of it. And we'll flip it over like this, and we'll make sure we cut down that burr, and I'll come back when that's done. Okay, now what you're going to do is, because you glued this, we're going to break it free. You're going to grab the back 3 pennies with the pliers, and you're going to make sure you hold them pennies only. And then you're going to give this a little turn. Sometimes you have to use another pair of pliers. Get that top penny to turn. And it will turn just like that. And all it's doing is you have to break the glue free. And you're going to spin this completely around. Let me get in there. Sorry if it's not coming out on camera. It's a little awkward. But you can get that all the way around, and you'll see the glue pop out of the joint down there. You give it a couple of turns, back and forth. It's like that. It'll loosen up. Now you don't want it to loosen up too much, because you want it to stay in place when you flip it back up. So there you go. It's loose, and now it flips up, and you have a perfect little lock-and penny padlock. And then you could hit this with some steel wool if you want to shine it up, make it like new pennies. There you go. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.